Oh my goodness. Que lo que mi gente? ¿Qué pasó contigo? It is what it is. This is your home girl, Arabia Barbosa 914, Westchester County, New York, doing another video real quick. And child, I was just over there listening to brown skinned lady do her video. And they was talking about Skinny and how he had no visits while he was in prison. And they talked about other things about Skinny. Me personally, I know how it feels to be locked up and put in certain situations. But at the end of the day, who caused me to be locked up? It was me. Nobody else. The South Carolina Department of Corrections did not send me an invitation to come and visit with them. They did not. So it is what it is. I committed my crime back in 1995. I went in there. I went into the prison system. Judge Schuler was my judge. He gave me 8 years. I did 6 years, 7 months. It is what the fuck it is. And prison is not an easy place to be. But one thing I can say about my people, at least they came and visit with me every so often. And they really loved it when I moved from the prison in Greenwood, South Carolina, shout out to Leith Correctional, and went back to the Women's Center. Because me and another female, we got into a heated beef. I was arguing and fighting about another woman. A lot of people say, well, Ray, pussy is that powerful? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And the penitentiary runs a certain way. They have to, if someone signs separation papers on you, they have to honor it. And in my case, the woman that put the separation papers on me to be separated from me, they shipped me back to the Women's Center right there on Broad River Road, Columbia, South Carolina. Shout out to the Women's Center. It's called something else now. I don't even use that name. I use the Women's Center name as what it was back in the day. My inmate number is 221644. That number is 28 years old. In 2 more years, that inmate number will be 30 years old. I got out of prison in 2001. So I've been on the street for quite some time. Quite some time. It is what it is. And what I found out about people that are from South Carolina, they live here, they work here. Some of these people are dirtbags. Let's call an ace, a spade, a spade. Some of these people are dirtbags. One of my relatives, she made the terrible mistake of marrying. She divorced my brother to marry that clown from South Carolina. You know that clown killed her and all her children that was in that house except for one. Except for one. He didn't kill his son. He killed all my brother's children. Me and my brother, we from New York. And I know how some people from the South Carolina feel about New Yorkers. I realize that. I accept it. It is what it is. There's nothing I can do about that. A lot of people from South Carolina do not like New Yorkers. They don't. Let's just put it out there on the table. And Mr. Skinny, If the things he said about the time he did when he was in prison, it shows that he's a dry snitch. And dry snitching is very common in prison. He didn't snitch on his roommate for having the fruity drink, but he dry snitched. See, a lot of people that go to prison, they are scared to get locked up. They are scared to be in an isolation cell by themselves. So they will do anything to avoid that. I never avoided it. I didn't care about it. I lived through my experience. The CEOs, when they would do their meetings, especially the ones that had to work with the lockup inmates. In my case, I was over there at Leith Correctional, right there in Greenwood, South Carolina. Their lockup unit is on the Montague building. That is a lifer building. Everyone that lives on that building, you're either doing 30 years or better. They have very few of the lifers living on Laurel or any of those other buildings. They try to put all the lifers together. People that has long sentences, they try to house them together. So I was able to get some kind of education while I was in there. And a lot of those lifers, those long-term inmates, they would hear about me, and I built like a name for myself, but it was not a good name. But I already said I'm the BT 1000. I was created, not born. I'm trying to take that off my name, being the BT 1000, but it's certain things that be happening in my everyday life that reverts me back into being that person. I'm a good person. I work, I pay my bills, I pay my taxes, I do whatever I have to do to be out here in the so-called free world. I know the politics of the free world. I know things ain't fair. I know there's a bunch of corruption going on. But Mr. Skinny, you should have never turned on your people. You should have never turned on your people. Now look what's happening on YouTube. You should have stayed loyal to them because they were loyal to you, Mr. Skinny. And you know what I'm saying is true. You know what I'm saying is right. It is what it is. It's your homegirl, David Barbosa, 914, Westchester County, New York. We are doing another video. This video is over with. I'm closing it out. I will see you all in the next video. Thank you for coming over here and listening to me for a few seconds. Like and share the video if you want to. It is what it is. 914. Peace.